Well, medical organisations are calling for legal reform over abortion in England and Wales after an unprecedented rise in women and girls being prosecuted for ending their own pregnancies. It's thrown the issue of decriminalising abortion back into the spotlight in the UK as Parliament considers legislation in the coming weeks. For more on this, I'm joined by Katherine O'Brien from the British Pregnancy Advisory Service. Good to have you with us this evening there. Now, firstly, can you tell us what is the current legal situation when it comes to abortions in the UK?
In the UK, there are different laws across the nation. So in Northern Ireland, abortion has been fully decriminalised, whereas in England and Wales, under a law passed in 1861, abortion remains a criminal offence, carrying with it a potential prison sentence of up to life imprisonment. So the 1967 Abortion Act was passed in England and Wales, and that provides legal exemptions under which abortions can be performed. But any woman ending a pregnancy outside the terms of the 1967 Abortion Act can still be sent to prison and criminalised. And we're calling for reform of that law.
So why are organisations like yours ringing the alarm bells about the number of prosecutions over suspected illegal abortions?
Over recent years, we've seen a real rise in the numbers of police investigations into women suspected of illegally ending their pregnancy or attempting to end their pregnancy. And this has resulted in growing numbers of women being charged with a criminal offence. And here in London, just last month, a woman was on trial accused of illegally ending their pregnancy. And as a society, we do not believe that any woman should be imprisoned for ending their own pregnancy. And this growing climate of suspicion around women who have experienced miscarriage, stillbirth, and that pregnancy loss is impacting on the health and well-being of women who may be scared to seek medical attention. For example, if they've experienced a miscarriage and might be frightened that in doing so, they could end up under police investigation.
So, Katherine, can you tell us what's behind the increase in arrests, in prosecutions, and how are police able to get the information they have to arrest individuals?
In the majority of cases, what's been happening is that women have sought medical advice. So they've gone to their nearest hospital, they've contacted their doctor, and it is medical professionals who have then reported these women to the police. Recently, new guidance to the police has been uncovered by journalists working for the Observer newspaper in this country, which allows and advises advises the police on how to, for example, search a woman's phone for period tracker apps in order to access information. And women experience things like, they are in hospital, police will turn up while they're recovering in a hospital ward. They'll have their hair and blood samples taken. When they arrive home after hospital, they find that their homes have been raided by police with ticker tape outside their doors. So it truly is. These are frightening experiences that increasing numbers of women in this country are enduring.
And is there an increase, as far as those who are considering abortions are concerned, is there an increased distrust in the medical system there, given what you've just said? I
think it would be understandable if some women were afraid to seek medical care, and that distrust might be there. Of course, we would urge all women to seek medical care if they believe that they need it. But what we need now is for the law to be reformed, because this is a law that was passed in 1861, before women even had the right to vote. And this is the law that still criminalises women. Indeed, in many other countries, including Australia, Canada, New Zealand, women are not prosecuted for ending their own pregnancies. What we're saying is that women in this country need that same protection, and it is absolutely in the hands of our members of parliament to do so in the coming weeks.
Yes. Catherine, can you describe to us what it's been like for those who have been arrested because they had undergone abortion? It's already, a traumatic enough experience.
So the women that are being arrested and investigated under this law will include women who've experienced a tragic stillbirth, and there is a suspicion that they might have attempted to use abortion medication to end that pregnancy. We've heard from women who have gone into premature labour, and as they are on the phone to hospital, police have come and searched their bins for abortion medication. Women are being separated from their children while these investigations are being carried out. Their lives truly are being destroyed. And while the numbers of women who are facing trial are relatively small, behind that are scores of women who are enduring years of police investigation, laptops, mobile phones seized, denied access to their existing children, all under this archaic law. The trauma that these women have endured cannot be overestimated.
Yes, and organizations like yours are campaigning for decriminalization. What would that do, and when is it likely to go to Parliament, and what are your hopes in general?
So alongside leading medical bodies, royal colleges, legal experts and women's rights groups, we are calling for women to be removed from the criminal law in relation to ending their own pregnancy. This wouldn't change abortion time limits, nor would it deregulate abortion. It would simply protect women who are accused of ending their own pregnancy. This is a change that, as I say, has already been enacted in other countries, and there's been no impact on abortion rates or women having abortions at later gestations. This is about protecting women from criminalisation. We expect that Parliament will debate and vote on an amendment in the coming weeks.
Okay, Katherine O'Brien, really appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.